Hello, hello, hello. This is Gresh from the I Am CEO podcast, and I have a very special guest on the show today. I have Marissa Ferguson of soulpurpose.me. Marissa, it's awesome to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
No problem. I'm super excited to have you on as well, too. And before we jumped in, I wanted to read a little bit more about Marissa so you can hear about all the awesome things that she's doing. And Marissa is a 24 years young entrepreneur who began her business just under 2 years ago with a vision in her iPhone. What started as a side gig turned into a full-time job in 4 short months, all thanks to shampoo. Yes, shampoo. Since then, she's been able to travel freely, pick up her dream car, build fruitful savings plus investments, give back more than ever, and most importantly, impact thousands of lives. This is just the beginning for Marissa as she continues to live out her God-given purpose. Marissa, are you ready to speak to the IMCO community?
I'm ready. Yes.
Awesome. Let's do it. So to kick everything off, I wanted to hear a little bit more about the shampoo and your CEO story. We'll let you get started with your business.
Yeah. So it all kind of goes back. I feel like with life, things play out in ways you don't imagine. So when I was younger, I always wanted to be a cosmetologist. I loved doing hair and makeup, and I was set. That was what I was going to do. Got to college, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go into fashion. So I went into fashion, and I graduated. And I feel like a lot of people post-grad, they come to a crossroads and like, well, where should I move to? What should I do? And I was feeling very, very lost. So I actually ended up taking a gap year abroad where I worked really hard, paid off my student loans, did some traveling, and was thinking, you know what, this would be so great if I was able to travel freely, do something that I can take with me. And then this opportunity fell into my lap. And it was through hair care of all things. And I was like, well, I have always loved hair care. And I had a minor in entrepreneurial studies. I was planning on opening up a boutique. And then this was kind of a business based around hair care. And I was like, no, this is something I can get behind and roll with. And I figured, you know what, why not give it a shot? Everyone washes their hair. It's a consumable product. And I went with it. And so I started after my gap year, and I just worked it on the side. I did get a job in the fashion industry, and this just started to grow more and more, seeing people's transformations with their hair, seeing people's transformations with their income. And I felt like I was really making a difference in people's lives versus where I was working. I was helping people buy like cheap clothes from China. I'm like, I think I'm going to go make a more tangible difference. And so I went full time, and I've been doing it full time since December 2018.
Absolutely awesome. And I think it just goes, it says so much about when you're able to step into those things that you're passionate about and you're able to work in them. And I think sometimes we might work more like in terms of hours or stuff, but when you're passionate about what you do, it doesn't seem like work ever at all. It kind of sounds like you may have had some of that same experience.
Most definitely. It never feels like work. I don't really keep set hours or anything,
Mhm.
and it's been very great.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love that. So I wanted to drill down a little bit deeper. Could you take us through how you serve your clients and some of the things that you're doing?
Yes. So the way that I serve my clients, number one, is it started with hair care, and now we've expanded into skincare as well. So what I really love about our products and why I was drawn to them is that they're anti-aging, they're vegan, they're cruelty-free, gluten-free. So they're all really great products. But what I love too is that they're prescribed. And I think that's so wonderful in today's day and age because it's not a one size fits all. And I don't think things should be. So we have stuff for people with thin hair, thick hair, oil, dry, whatever, any goals, like we can help people and we prescribe a unique combo for them and their needs and their goals. And so that's kind of how I serve my clients is taking, okay, what is maybe a problem issue or maybe a goal that you have, and let's fix that. And I can say that with confidence because of the products. They're backed by science and extensive research and development. So when I say this is going to get rid of your frizz, it's going to do exactly what I say it's going to do. So there's a lot of confidence there in how I can help my clients, and they love that their needs are being taken care of and that they can rely and trust on what I'm providing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can imagine just the expertise that you've been able to develop and grow. Like a lot of people lean heavily on that. I imagine to be able to have that trust, to be able to say, hey, I can turn to you because I'm having X, Y, and Z problem. And then you're able to kind of solve that with the products that you have.
Yes, exactly. And that's definitely helped grow the clientele list as well. Like when someone has a great experience, they're going to tell their friends, and that's how you begin to impact the masses.
Absolutely. Those clients start to become those raving fans, and those raving fans are screaming from the hilltops of the great experience that they have. And when that happens, it starts to create that snowball experience, and things continue to grow. So it's definitely great to hear that as well. And so I wanted to ask you now for what I call your secret sauce. And this could be for yourself personally or a combination of your business. But what do you feel kind of sets you apart and makes you unique?
Yeah, so the secret sauce for us goes into our formulations. And because like I said, it's kind of a trend right now, the whole like vegan, gluten-free, all this stuff. So you have to set yourself apart in a sea of lots of hair care and skincare. So we have this really cool ingredient called Rejuvenate Oil, and it is a proprietary blend of 13 essential oils, and it mimics our skin's natural oils. So the molecular structure of it is actually small enough that it penetrates the hair strand and it penetrates your skin. And so it can actually go in and heal your hair from the inside out. It delivers those nutrients and proteins that it needs. So no other hair care company on the market can penetrate like we do at all. Their molecular structure is too big. So they just sit and coat. So that's like the number one thing, and why people see amazing results with the products that we have is because it actually is able to go in and breathe life into it and heal and restore and strengthen most of all. So that is our number one secret sauce. We call it our liquid gold or rejuvenating oil, and it's in all our products. So that is our little secret.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And the secret is now out. So I appreciate you for sharing that with us and helping us, again, kind of rejuvenate from internally, as you said, where I think so many times, just on many levels of life, but definitely obviously your hair and your skin, you want to make sure that you're using things that are in alignment with who we are, not necessarily sounds like damaging our body. So having those essential oils and those aspects into the ingredients of the products definitely helps to do it to get the desired result, but do it in kind of a healthy way as well too.
100%. And I'm a huge firm believer that you can have amazing hair, skin, and everything from a natural place. You don't have to use a lot of chemicals or anything like that. What the earth has given us is more than enough.
Absolutely. We have everything we need right here. So I absolutely appreciate that. So I wanted to switch gears a little bit, and I wanted to ask you for what I call a CEO hack. So this could be like an app, a book, or a habit that you have, but what's something that makes you more effective and efficient?
Yes. So I actually discovered this app maybe like 3 months ago, but it's the app called Productive. And it's really cool because you can create little habits or tasks for yourself. You can set them in the morning. You can set them with like little emojis and colors if you're a visual person like me. So I have lots of tasks throughout my days of like, let's say 8 a.m. walk, 9 a.m. checking emails, names. So you can set your day up with certain task allotted for a certain allotted amount of time. And I find that to be very helpful, and you slide when you're done with the task. So you create streaks, and so you want to create those healthy habits. And so when you get into that streak mode of like, wow, you've completed every single one for 7 days, it's a really great feeling. So that really helped me get into creating healthy habits, because as someone who's self-employed, it's very easy to lose track of time, and you have to be very self-disciplined. So I find that this app helps keep me on track on what my goals are for the day, for the week, for the month. And I highly recommend it to anyone who maybe has trouble, juggling all the things or trying to find a balance. This is a really, really great app.
Yeah, absolutely. As every probably entrepreneur and business owner is probably shaking their head. We're always juggling so many things. So I think any kind of hack that we have that's available to us to be able to not to be able to see what those big goals are, but kind of work backwards and be able to take it step by step by step and be able to get and stay true to those tasks is increasingly important. And it's a phone app, or is it also a smartphone app? Is it also on a desktop as well too?
Yep, you could do either or. I just use it on my phone. It's easiest, but I think there is a desktop version as well.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that, so I'm definitely going to check that out as well too, because who doesn't want to be productive? Who doesn't need to be productive in this day and age? So I definitely appreciate that hack. So now I wanted to ask you for what I call a CEO nugget. So that could be a word of wisdom or a piece of advice. It might be something you would tell yourself if you were to hop into a time machine.
I would say number one thing is think about what value you are providing to people. I think a lot of businesses, that's where they start out with is how can I serve someone? And I think when you come from that place in your heart of like, I want to wake up today and serve someone well and make a difference in their life, I feel like that is that little golden nugget of a very successful business because people want to be served. They want you to make their life easier. So if you can solve a solution or if you can just help them feel more confident or whatever it is, I feel like you have your golden nugget right there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredibly powerful to be able to have that, I guess, power to be able to do that and create that kind of energetic, I guess, domino effect to some degree when you're able to make those impacts into people's lives. And it makes so much sense based off your story and how you got to, all the awesome things you're doing now is to make sure that, we're being of value, we're being of impact, and we're kind of leading first with that. And then all those other things kind of fall in alignment, it sounds.
Yes, 100%. When you put someone else first, they're going to pay you back 10 times full every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, absolutely. And we forget sometimes the business and the people that we're serving as well too are made up of people, and we're all trying to be of value, to be successful, to make an impact. And I think when we get down to that humanistic aspect and really start to showcase that in our business and our actions, it really takes everything to another level.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now I wanted to ask you my absolute favorite question, which is the definition of what it means to be a CEO. And we're hoping to have different quote unquote CEOs on this show. So Marissa, what does being a CEO mean to you?
To me, kind of encompassing what I said earlier, I think a CEO is someone who leads by impacting others. Like if you can lead other people and whether it's based off of an idea or a solution, like taking something and running with it and leading people, like that is a CEO. It doesn't matter, if it's hair care, if it's food or gym or whatever, but lead people and show them the way. I think that is what being a CEO is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love, when I was reading your bio as well, too, talking about the God-given purpose as well, too, because I feel as well, too, that we're all given certain gifts and talents and to be able to lean into those and to lead people in the best way that we can according to who we are and the
Mhm.
gifts that we've been given. It's an incredibly powerful thing. And it's definitely something that I think that we all should do. So I think the best way to do it is to do it yourself, to teach other people to do it. And I appreciate you for doing that.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to attract your vibe and your tribe, and they're going to be drawn to what you have to offer, and they're going to want to be led by you and follow in your footsteps.
Yeah, absolutely. I often say that you can't lose if you're running your own race. So if you're staying true to yourself and you're running your own race, then you will see many people that are chanting and wanting to be with you and to cheer on and to follow you as well too. So truly appreciate that definition, Marissa. Appreciate your time even more. What I wanted to do is pass you the mic, so to speak, just to see if there's anything additional you can let our readers and listeners know. And of course, how best they can get hold of you and find out all the awesome things you're working on.
Sure. Yeah. So one thing I want to leave you guys with, because I think it's so important, is I love that analogy you just gave about running your race. You're going to find people cheering you on. So find your support system, people who are going to be encouraging you because there are going to be those hard days, like days you feel like giving up. But like if you have a solid support system of people who, breathe into you and like, hey, what is your why? Why did you start this? Like that ground you and bring you back, that will make a huge difference because mindset is everything. I always say whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So you have to have a very strong mindset. So personal development is huge and having supporters is everything. So I want to leave you guys with that. Best way to reach me, I'm happening on Instagram all the time. It's Marissa Joe, M-A-R-I, and then it's 5 S's, J-O. And soulpurpose.me, S-O-U-L, purpose.me is our website, and you can learn more about us, reach out. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
No problem. Super excited to have you on, and we will have the links and information in the show notes. So appreciate all the awesome things you're doing. And I think, as you said, being so aware of your community, who you have around you, can determine how successful you are. So just make sure that you're pouring the right people in the things into your body, obviously, but also in your mind as well too, is so important to kind of be successful and to have that peace and reach our goals. So I appreciate that reminder as well too. And I hope you have a phenomenal rest of the day.
Thank you so much. You as well.